Hi, my name is Jasmine Raskas. I'm an artist, and this exhibit is called Eternal Jungle. I started primarily as a painter, and then within the last couple years, my paintings have been, I guess what you would say, coming to life. So now I view myself as more of like a world builder, and I've just been playing around with pretty much any different medium, sound, light, sculpture, to try to think about creating spaces or environments that resemble my paintings, but you're actually inside of them. So Eternal Jungle is a fully immersive exhibit. There's sculpture, paintings, there's an interactive element where you can press buttons and some of the creatures will talk back to you. There's a general soundscape that goes all around the room, and a whole mythological story that tells you about the backstories behind some of the creatures. So they all have different communication patterns and superpowers and ways that they interact to keep the jungle thriving.
So I think one of the greatest experiences of creating the jungle is I never felt like it was a space for escape the world. There's definitely an idea of new dimensions, new portals, new way of interacting with pieces, but it was all about finding your humanity through these pieces. When you start to approach them as entities that might teach you something about yourself, that might teach you something about the way you interact with nature, with things that we consider different to us, they gain some kind of tenderness around them. And it was really interesting, the process of creating the floor plan. When we move the pieces, we kind of like ask permission to the pieces to get moved around. Or there's a couple of pieces that didn't make it to the show, and I kind of felt bad for the pieces. And I think that idea of curiosity and empathy that you have towards these pieces is something that we really want people to take out of the exhibit to their daily life.
I kind of had to learn to work with what was around me. So the insides are all made of like recycled building materials. So that's where I get the different like tubular shapes. And then the outside is covered in resin. So that's where it gets that like glass, sparkly type look. Everything is probably the most organized on my website, which is jasmineraskas.com. You can also find me on Instagram. And then the exhibit runs until December 10th. And on select Sundays, there's also going to be a meditation going on to the jungle soundscape with the general theme of peace and harmony in the jungle and beyond.